in all the email chains that I talked to him, I was very like, I did not do this.
Yeah.
I was very matter of fact because I didn't, because I fucking put it in the box.
Like,
I know that this motherfucker did it, but I can't prove it.
He's either broke in shipping, which to me is the most likely scenario, and he's just being a dick about it to get his money back, or B.
No, I'll show you the pictures.
He's
I'll
just being a dick
show you the
about
pictures.
it.
This dude took the box apart, fucked the car up, and then took pictures of it.
He did exactly what he was claiming that you did.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I called eBay and told them that this happened, and it's like, but to show you that in good faith that I didn't do this to be nefarious or to deceive anybody, I'll refund the whole motherfucking thing. I just want to let you guys know that this is going on.
Yeah.
Because I don't want this to like neg on me, because I fucking absolutely,
Yeah, exactly.
even though this thing was broken and I advertised it as broken, I still packed it in the box and put paper around it and did all this shit.
Yeah, exactly.
It did not get fucked up in shipping.
Yeah.
It didn't happen.
Well, it
Like-
could have. Shippers are crazy sometimes, but not that crazy.
No.
If it looks like there
I
are
wish
pieces
you guys,
that
I
he's
wish you
removed,
guys were
destroyed the
boned
box.
up on the email train. Yeah, because this guy.
If it was fucked up in shipping, the box holding the
hit
car
that.
would have been fucked up.
No, that's what I said. Is that it happened during shipping, but it totally did. But he said that it didn't happen during shipping. That the box and everything was fine. That it was taken out of the box, destroyed, and put back in the box. Like he was insinuating that I destroyed his product, and it's like,
Why would
my
you do that?
God, yeah. And so everything in me wanted to be like, you're fucking stupid. But I can't write that, because I don't want that in the email chain of an eBay to be like, for them to look at our conversation. And I'm like, you're a fucking moron.
Yeah.
Number one, please use punctuation. Number two, fuck you. You broke this fucking shit. I put it in a box. There's no way that I can prove that you did this shit. But I know at my soul, because my karma's clean with it, because I'm fucking trying to do solid things with myself. And you're a You're everything that's wrong with the human race. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I'll give you your $30 back. Stop going through eBay on a fucking Thursday night and buying model cars and trying to come over on somebody of it. Find something better to do with your goddamn life. Fuck you. Stop it.
All right, Cracker Jacks, you're listening to the Hot Science Podcast. Get ready to jam.
Hey, little thing, let me light your candle, cousin mama. It's the Hot Science Podcast.
Nice,
Oh,
dude. That
nice.
was awesome.
Good one.
I'm Brad Cotter,
I'm Matt Forgy.
Matt Livingston.
and you guys are listening to the Hot Science Podcast, where we talk about the hot science.
The hottest
Hey, what is-
science.
Matt, what is the hot science?
It's just everything hot that's happening right now. It's
right.
it's everything. Mainly science. Sometimes animals, sometimes celebrities, sometimes video games, sometimes anything. Because it's the hotness. It's the new hotness.
Here's a question. Define science.
You can't.
Well, you can.
I know. I mean, it literally has a definition, but you can't.
I'm not going to look
Well,
it up.
science in our
not
idea
gonna
of
look
science
it
is
Doesn't mean anything to me, man. Means everything.
is what we think about shit.
It's the way things work.
Yeah,
to
that's
me,
our science,
it's like, because that's what we're doing. A lot of these topics we go in and we just talk about, hey, why's that like that?
Yeah,
What do you think about that?
exactly. We're not offering any actual scientific
No, none of us.
stuff.
None of us.
We're
are
reading scientific discoveries, but just
Yeah.
from non-scientists
Like,
Writing
what
on
do
the back
dudes
of
in the
vaginas.
basement think about science stuff and other stuff?
and other stuff.
Yeah.
If you've made it this far, you know already.
And
Yeah.
for some reason, we've been starting it out with sports stuff, so I imagine we're going to do that again.
Guys, it's time for sports talk.
Oh,
I don't know why. I did that as a joke the first time, and then it's just like I've had a reason to include it every time
that's
since
true.
then.
Well, it's been Super Bowl and all the crazy
On my
stuff.
outline here, I scroll down and it says sports news first. So
Sports talk right
yeah,
there,
sports
baby.
talk,
So the Super Bowl, right?
right? It happened.
That happened.
I didn't see a single solitary lick of it.
I watched like half of it.
Yeah, Brad and I pretty much hung out outside,
Yeah.
talked.
I watched the
entire
first
time.
half.
Nice.
And in the very end. And it's like, you know what? Good Super Bowl, usually they're blowouts. Usually it's really one-sided. One team just stomps the other one. Everybody's like, fuck Tom Brady. Screw the Patriots. They win all the time. So
Right,
it was cool to see
right.
the Eagles win, even though Philadelphia as like just the worst fans from what I
Did
hear.
Philadelphia burn? Did they burn it down afterwards?
No,
They
not
didn't?
that I know of.
Nah.
Well, because I just think about It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Like, Phillies
there's always a
fans
riot.
fucking burn- Yeah, there's always a riot.
I was thinking it's like
punch.
Riot punch, yeah, exactly.
regardless who wins, some cars are getting flipped tonight.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
Did somebody punch a horse?
Well, that's how the
what happened
Patriots
in
are
Philly?
too. Yeah. A lot of football teams, there's riots now. It's hooligans, soccer hooligans.
We watch sports because some of our friends were like, "Hey, we're gonna watch sports at Brad's house."
Yeah, you actually hosted a party. I mean,
Kinda.
well, your roommate.
I mean, like I help
Yeah.
clean up the house too. You know?
Truth.
Matt Forgy, you didn't watch a lick of it.
Didn't watch a single lick.
Why not?
I just didn't care, honestly. Didn't care at all. So I was like, I was doing other stuff too. I had a bunch of stuff to do. So
I like the lick of it, like watching the a small
single
piece
lick,
of the
exactly,
Super Bowl
just like
is a
a-
lick.
like a
That's
tip,
good.
like
I
just
like
a
it.
tip of
No,
the tongue.
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Keep going.
No, but it's true. But really, I just had no interest. It was like, it was on. I knew it was on, but it was like, man, I don't really care. I could turn it on right now and see what's going on, but I'll know tomorrow. And really, the only reason I would watch is for all the cool trailers and stuff that happens anyway, because I don't care who wins. So it was like,
Well, and that's one thing I think
Yeah.
we all share is it's just like I understand football. I understand the game of football.
yeah.
Yeah.
I get what the rules are. I understand how you're supposed to
I
play the
can
game.
watch it. I could call it if I had to.
I just don't
care. Don't
who
care.
wins.
Yeah,
I just don't care who wins. But there's a lot of people out there who care an awful fucking lot.
yeah.
Yep.
We
Team
live
competitive world we live in.
we live in the deep South. Mm-hmm. And in Tennessee, Big Orange.
Yep.
Or Roll Tide.
We're
Well,
right
we're
next
on-
to
well-
Alabama Row Tide.
Well, we're on. Yeah, I was gonna say where we're located is this little like button that connects like Alabama, Georgia, and Tennessee.
Fuck
it's
all y'all, Clemson.
You could call it a butthole.
It's the butthole of the South,
I'm just joking.
of
It's
the
actually
Southeast.
awesome. I love it.
Oh, it's a great place, but we're like literally we're 30 minutes to an hour away from like 3 different states.
Yeah.
We're 10 minutes away from Georgia.
And their state colleges.
Yeah, exactly. And all their colleges. Yeah.
Well, it's one of those things, though. It's like my mom's husband,
right.
obsessed with Tennessee football. He loves Tennessee college football. Never went to Tennessee. Doesn't have any
just
family
loves it.
that's ever been to Tennessee, but gets devastated, gets emotionally upset when they lose.
Yeah. See,
And there's a lot of people like that.
well, my dad's a huge Georgia fan, although he really doesn't get it. He just likes to watch the
Your dad
games.
Likes football?
Oh yeah, dude. He's always liked football, but like he just wears a Georgia shirt and watches the games. Or like a hat and he'll watch the games. But he never like if they lose, he's not like, well, my world is over now.
yeah.
He's just like, well, they're not any good this year.
A lot
Yeah.
of people are like that. And the reason why, scientists have done reports.
There's science on this?
I got this from the Washington Post, where it's basically they've done some. We're going to get pretty heavy with this, man. I'm talking about we've got reports from endocrinologists,
Whoa, dude.
aka brain docs,
Brain
Brain
doc.
docs.
that say that there's there's a hardwired connection that forms in some people's brains that they respond to their sport team like it's someone they know.
Right.
To
Yeah,
where
makes sense.
when we say like the team's doing really good and it's like, oh man, we're looking good this year.
It's like they're a part of it.
They
Well, they've-
that
they've-
we
Well, that's a
They've
friendship
got all
they
the
have.
memorabilia. They've got all the stuff. They've got all the association stuff, and they make it a ritual where they watch it on Sunday or whatever. It's a part of their life.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
they rep it.
So exactly. It's a part of who they are. So they take it on to their person. You know, and I mean, I completely understand that.
Well, and it says they went on to say that sport teams. This is all like pretty logical, but it's nice to hear it listed out. Sport teams offer, of course, a connection with the players and fellow fans,
Right.
because you identify the players
Yeah.
and camaraderie. But it also can show regional pride, obviously, family relationships if you have family that went there, color preferences. I like the Raiders because they're black.
That's true.
Aesthetic taste, and even moral standards. Kind of like people are a fan of Tim Tebow because he does the drop to the knee Tim Tebow thing,
Right,
his
he
overt
is.
Christianity.
Yeah. They love that.
Yeah, and they identify with it. So when they say we, we're now talking about a community. We're now talking about, and if you think about it in terms of like Star Wars geeks or comic nerds.
Right.
Well,
or
like
going
fandom.
to a comic convention.
Just fandom.
any kind of fandom.
It's
yeah.
all the same,
Yeah.
sort of.
To where it's
just-
like
yeah.
there's some people that when the new Star Wars movie comes out and it sucks, they get real butthurt.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
They feel personally attacked, and there's
Well, it's because it's they've attached that to part of their person. It's like the study about when people that have a whole bunch of stickers in their car are more likely to get road
dicks.
rage
Yeah.
and freak out because they associate their car with themselves.
Sure.
So whenever you pull so they decorate their car, like they decorate themselves. So whenever you pull in front of their car, they're like, "Fuck you, motherfucker!"
Yeah, you didn't just cut their car off. You cut them
them
off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
their
It's a
entire
personal
existence.
attack.
Yeah.
interesting.
I don't know. It's deeper than that. That's not the
No, it totally makes
diving
sense
into
though.
it.
but I remember
It totally makes
that,
sense
yeah.
because it's like you obviously care about it. If you spent the time to like
If you
customize
invest
it,
in
and
something,
it's got hey
yeah.
these stickers that I've put on here represent aspects of my personality. This
Exactly.
is my car, man.
Well, I think it also this is kind of a weird jump, but like the bumper sticker idea, I feel like that is also projected stuff from the driver, because if you have a bumper sticker about metal on your car and some dude comes over and like honks or does something shitty to you, you're going to be like, that motherfucker doesn't like metal. He fucking read that. Like you always blame the other dude for something that you've put on your car that you've represented. Like people, because people honk at people for like the Trump stuff and all these bumper stickers. I don't know. I'm losing my train of thought there.
No,
But
I see. Where
you know
you're
what I'm
going with it.
saying?
Like
Yeah.
without,
like you attach personal value, but you also attach this idea. You represent something. So if somebody doesn't like you, they don't represent it or they're against it.
Yeah.
yeah.
I totally
It's
get that.
aggressive, yeah.
I will say, in that specific circumstance, I would think metal can be an abrasive genre. Therefore, I can't expect
Right. I
everyone to
can't
have an
expect
appreciation
everyone to
for
like it.
But yes,
Well, you're a
but
conscientious
what you're
metalhead.
saying that it's just like it could be like I love my dachshund, and it's like they pull up and it's just like fuck your dachshund, man.
Well, I really want to get like a handicap thing, just so whenever I swerve or whenever I do something, because
Yeah.
I'm looking at one eye. I mean, because I really am handicapped. I should have a fucking handicap sticker.
That's true.
Because I mean,
You could
nobody ever
probably
honks
get
at
one
me and
pretty
does
easy.
whatever.
Yeah.
But so because usually whenever somebody honks at me, it's because I'm weaving into their lane.
I need to park somewhere
I
easy.
did not
man.
realize they were there.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I'm blindsided over here.
Give me
man.
an easy park.
Yeah. But if I have a handicap sticker, they're like, "Oh, motherfucker's handicapped."
Yeah. It's like, okay, cool. Hot take.
Sports, man.
Yeah.
Sports.
That was
really
pretty
have-
good though. I mean,
Yeah.
we talked about stuff.
We talked about some stuff. I also
I'm not going to
feel-
promise it's going to become a permanent spot in the podcast.
Well, that's like the third
Yeah.
one, right?
yeah,
It's the third one, but
because
just
I'm going to
be-
run
but
out of
just
sports
because the
steam
Super
pretty
Bowl.
quick.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that's the Super Bowl. Like,
It's
what's
over
next?
now.
Fucking
There's
Wimbledon?
nothing else now.
I mean,
Hey, it could be. I can get in on some tennis. I can watch some
tennis
tennis.
is pretty rad though.
Yeah, there's you got to be in shape to play some
Yeah,
tennis.
that's
man.
true.
Forgy and I, silver medal, 8th grade
Nice.
Olympics.
That's true.
Was
We
7th
did. That's
grade?
true.
Was it
That happened. I think it was 7th grade.
7th grade
I
Olympics.
was always more of a badminton man.
Yeah, man, we kicked its ass.
Yeah, dude, we fucking rocked
Well,
that
we got
tennis
gold.
game. Yeah, we won the
won.
game.
Yeah, dude.
Like we beat the other team.
Yeah,
like,
dude, I remember
yeah,
that.
it was awesome. Because that was also like my aunt or whatever that was the teacher,
That was
the
awesome.
tennis teacher.
So a little nepotism going on there.
Nah, well, she wasn't the coach.
Okay,
Like, or
so
like
you-
she wasn't. Well, she was the coach, but she wasn't judging the
Okay.
game. Yeah,
Oh yeah, you still won straight up.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
exactly. Deep memory.
Fuck yeah.
Deep. That was when we played tennis in
In
middle
7th
school.
grade.
Yeah. Deep.
If you are listening and you were at that tennis game, please run us and tell you your opinion on our strokes.
Where can they send that email to, man?
A Hot Science Podcast 31 at gmail.com.
Cool. I would love to read that email.
Yeah.
Guys, I was doing things at work today. Some of that was work. And some of that was reading about
Interesting things I found on the internet.
Nice. Oh, man, I'm excited. I'm excited for this week's interesting
man.
things.
theinquisitor.com brings us. These are my own topic titles, by the way. I'm pretty proud of that. It's the end of the world as we know it, and we're terrified.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, so
That's like ultimate clickbait, though. That's good. If I saw that headline, I would fucking
It's
click
the
on
end of
that
the world
shit.
as we know it, and
And
we're all
terrified.
terrified.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. I mean, not that I want it to be the end of the world and to be terrified, but
you gotta know.
I don't want to read it. I want to
You
read
gotta
about
know.
why that is. So
You don't have to read
lay
it.
it
We're
on
going
me.
to talk about
lay
it
it
right
on me.
now.
Lay it on me, brother.
There is some the real scientists out there, been doing some research on the
Real
Earth.
scientists. I like it.
Right?
That's awesome.
Been doing research on what now?
They've been doing research on the planet Earth,
Planet Earth.
on the planet Earth,
On Mother Earth.
and they have noticed that maybe our the poles are shifting a little bit.
Like the magnetic poles.
The magnetic poles of the planet are maybe going to flip,
They're flipping.
Like not the actual North and South Pole, but like
but the magnetic polarity that comes
like
off
what
of
makes
the
a
Earth.
magnet work.
Yeah.
Or not a magnet, but a compass. Sorry.
Yeah.
it's
and
gonna flip.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And we know this because like other planets do that. We've observed like other planets do that.
Well, it moves. I mean, it doesn't like.
yeah.
Well, the problem with that is it could destroy the world.
How would it destroy the world?
Well, basically, it's going to, because everything that we live in society is based off of
Gravity.
electronic
gravity, but
signal.
yeah.
That like when the poles shift, people are worried that it's like we're going to go into a massive world blackout, like a massive EMP, basically. Going to shut things down. It's also going to reconfigure how the ozone layer is, so different parts of the planet are going to be exposed to different amounts of sunlight and radiation, which may make part of the world uninhabitable. And it could also affect the tide.
Well,
So, but is it a gradual? Is it just like the poles switch and then it's like in a month?
like
all
I
this
know
crazy
animals
shit's
use
going
that. Like
down.
birds use like in migration and stuff.
Yeah,
they
use the magnetic-
the magnetic poles to navigate. So I mean, birds would be flying all nimbly bimly. But,
Birds.
I don't know. I don't know about the blackouts. I mean, I understand that everything's like GPS and whatnot based, but the magnetic poles flipping.
Well, and if it fried all
I'm
the
not a
world
scientist
circuits,
though, so I really have no.
Let me
idea.
put it to you this way. If it happened within a year, we're all fucked.
yeah,
Right? It's just going to fuck everything. Fortunately, though, it usually takes about 1,000 years for that to happen.
right.
And scientists are being like, based on what we've researched with other planets, Earth is due for one of those things, for a polarity shift. But at the same token, like, it's going to happen over 1,000 years. People are going to acclimate to whatever changes are going on. We'll see a shift
Yeah.
in weather patterns and that sort of thing, but that's happening now.
yeah.
Or is it?
Yes. Yes,
Yes,
it is absolutely
it absolutely is.
happening. So, people freaking out about this stuff.
Right.
During the Super Bowl, we got narrowly a super fast asteroid rocketed right past the Earth.
Oh, really?
Well, like 90 million miles away.
Yeah.
Which
Oh,
is,
okay.
It's
Relatively, yeah,
right next to
Yeah,
Earth,
exactly.
but-
Yeah.
We're constantly coming up with clickbaity articles, right?
Right.
About how it's the end of the fucking world. This natural disaster is going to happen and wipe humans off the face of the planet. Why is that such clickbait material? Why do you think we're drawn to that? Why do we
Because
want to click on
people
that?
are so fucking
Well, yeah.
not necessarily bored, but not content with day-to-day life, that the idea that it's all over and it's not your fault is kind of comforting. This
Nah,
is just
that's
me
deep, man. That's
spitballing.
deep. That's deep,
That
but
makes a lot of
totally
sense, Matt.
right,
That makes
though,
a lot of
exactly.
sense.
I mean, really.
Even because even as a guy that's pretty zen to where it's like, if they were like, asteroids coming, it's going to annihilate everybody on the planet, it's like,
Yeah.
well, let's figure out how to deal with that. You
Have
know,
have a cigarette and fucking calm the fuck
Yeah.
down. You know, I mean,
Yeah,
it's-
exactly.
It's like you can't do anything about it. So it
but
doesn't
that
matter.
idea that you just postulated there, just the fact that it's just like everything's fucked, but at least it's not my fault.
That's not
Your
my
karma's
fault.
clean.
Yeah, it's super reassuring.
Yeah.
That's an interesting take. You got a different take on that, Matt? For you?
No, I don't know. I like that one.
Anything about Bat Boy?
Anything about
Bat
Bat
Boy.
Boy?
Yeah, National Enquirer's Bat Boy. You got any connections there?
I don't know Bat Boy personally, but
He's out
I
there.
do love that picture.
He's out there.
Yeah. Okay. No, I don't. I don't have any more
Yeah,
takes.
sorry, I pretty much.
Well, that was such a
Cleared
good
the
deep
pond with
thought
it,
that
yeah,
I kind
yeah.
of don't have any other thoughts now.
That throws
Yeah.
you for a loop for a minute.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. I mean, that was.
Yeah. Exactly.
That wasn't canned. I didn't think about that beforehand. That was just.
Is the prompter not working?
Well, you know what I'm saying, like reading the
shit.
reading your outline,
Larry.
and thinking about something.
Larry, get on that prompter. Get that fixed.
Right.
Speaking of world destruction,
Yes.
I want to talk about this next article I boned up on. Thanks, digitaltrends.com. That I've entitled Supervillain Wants to Turn Your Brain into a Computer.
Super
This is about
villain.
Elon Musk.
We're talking
Oh, yeah.
about the supervillain of the world, Elon Musk. He's a mega genius. He seems to be pretty altruistic. There's got to be something fishy with that guy.
Exactly.
He's probably a supervillain.
Yep. He's definitely a super.
He's going to be shooting one of his cars up into space to prove how gravity works. This
I think
motherfucker's
that-
crazy.
I think that
But
might
that's
have
not
already
to prove
happened.
anything. It's just to fucking shoot it, right?
I'm
No, it's
going
literally-
to say that's probably 50% of it.
Well, it's a test
The
to
other
see.
50% is science.
It's a test to see if the launch works, and also he shot his car up too.
Oh, it's like we got to shoot something. So
Exactly.
let's shoot the car.
Let's shoot the car. It's a test launch, but you fill your test launches with things, like literal Easter eggs in space, and they shoot them up.
Well, Mr. Livingston shot me a text about an article that he had seen that was about Elon Musk and his quote-unquote smart pills being
Yes.
taken down by the FDA. I could not find this article. I could find that he and Stephen Hawking both are proponents of taking this stuff that's it's a prescription drug called like Neuropia or something like that, and it's supposed to make your. I could only find advertisements for it.
Right.
Doesn't not to tell you what it actually does.
But it's
Or what
a-
it
It's
So
supposed
it's
to
a-
make it
it's
to
a
where you can
limitless
focus
pill.
and
It probably just it's something. It's like a computer. It's like one of the little sticks that just basically syncs up your RAM.
It's Adderall
Elon
Light.
Musk is a fan of smart pills that allow him to, allegedly, focus on a higher level and believes that allowing people to... Oh, wait, no, that's part of the actual story. So, yeah, he wants to take the wants you to take the pills, and he makes it focus more. You're thinking... So he's taking these pills, right? Him and
Right.
Stephen Hawking just hanging out,
Popping pills.
having some cocktails,
Right.
popping some smart pills. And he starts thinking, because he's a supervillain, let's just put a computer in somebody's brain. I'm taking these pills to make myself smarter. Steve's over here talking about how you got to work your brain out like a muscle. I'm thinking, screw that. We're going to augment it with steel.
Yeah.
So
Well,
he
that's the
developed
first.
a startup company called Neuralink.
oh man, that sounds
Yeah,
like a villain's
it's like
corporation.
Umbrella Corporation.
Yeah. Neuralink sounds like something that walked out of Blade Runner.
Mm-hmm. It's a little device that you're going to put in your brain to allow you to interact with computers.
Like you just think about stuff and it happens.
And you have access to digital data in your brain.
Wait, how do you access that data?
Nobody fucking knows at this point.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that are saying that this isn't even remotely possible. He's looking to focus on a higher level and allow people to amass data via the implant, increasing storage and processing power of the human brain.
He's trying to nos the brain.
No way, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whenever you take away the degree of separation of me, that I'm me, and this is a thing that I'm manipulating. Once this thing that I'm manipulating just becomes me, everything is fucked. Like,
What you were saying though is like, it's like, well, let me get to this point. Basically saying that like there's a whole bunch of people in the medical field and advanced AI technology fields that are going like, how though? And he's like, well, that's why I made the company. We're going to figure that out. And people are like, you're assuming that the brain works like a computer.
Yeah.
yeah.
That it connects the same way. It does not. At all. Ever.
My question to you, because to me, this sounds exactly like supervillain territory.
Oh, that's because if you can implant a chip in somebody's head that they can access, theoretically, supervillain wise, he can control those people.
right?
Oh yeah, dude.
He can implant thoughts. He can implant things.
Now,
he has
he
a
says-
drive.
Okay, Elon Musk
Yeah.
on the record for being terrified of AI, right? It's
That-
like
that
we can't
is
let
true.
it get
He-
Skynet.
Yeah, he does do that, but that's just a front
And he's
for
like,
him actually doing
well,
Skynet.
he's like, hey, this is how we communicate with it. This is how we keep the computers from getting out of control because we can connect to it with our brains.
no, that's how
because
they
we can
take
use
us
our
over,
we
man.
can use our thumbs to tap out any fucking message we want to right now. Boop, 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 boop. Everybody's doing it all fucking day
It's true.
long on their smartphones. We don't need it to be directly tapped into our goddamn brains. Whenever that happens,
We're already connected.
we're already completely dependent on this thing. Whenever we put it into our brain, where we no longer have to thumb it in.
I will say this.
Yeah.
I will say this.
On that idea.
I think the idea behind smart glasses has validity in certain applications. I don't think people
think-
need to be walking down the street with their smart glasses
Yeah.
on because people are already stupid with their cell phones.
I like the idea of
going to
using
get
them
that
to
way.
drive,
Like the,
to have a map that'd be like turn.
Yeah, sure,
this
that
way.
happens, like-
stuff like
yeah,
that.
sure.
Those things, having those in a car, like a smart windshield, is a good idea.
But can you imagine?
Well, the commercial, you guys have seen the I don't know if it was in the Super Bowl, but the commercial of the guy, it's like, I'm going to the bank, and it's like how he's a dumbass because he's got to walk to the bank. It's like, you know what I'm talking about?
I mean, I
You guys-
literally,
use your
I
smartphone.
literally didn't see a lick
well,
of.
there's a commercial where a guy's like, it's like, I'm going to a bank. It's like, oh, we should use this feature or this thing where you don't have to go to a bank. It's money sharing. It's whatever. It's
Oh,
like,
right. It's like
but I
you-
wanna
it's
go
on
to
your
the bank.
phone. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's like, it's basically saying like, oh, going out and doing this thing, going to a brick and mortar bank is dumb as fuck. That's the message of this commercial.
Right.
Why leave your
And
house?
Why leave?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Why
You've
do
got-
anything
you've got
ever?
so much other shit that you need to do. Why go
leave
to the
your
bank?
house?
You know.
Yeah.
And so it's like that's where we're headed with the thing. So it's like the convenience aspect of everything. Put this computer chip in your fucking head, and you can wake up in the morning, and before you put your feet on the floor, you can turn on your coffee and turn on your shower and turn on your whatever, and you can run your fucking smart house by thinking about what you want in your bed. That is insane. That's what's
That's
going to
true,
happen.
But when you say it like that, it sounds really cool, though.
No, that's gonna happen. No, 15 years from now, that's what's gonna be the fucking thing.
Yeah.
Is you're gonna wake up and you're gonna be like fucking coffee and this and oh damn, oh I'm out of coffee. Oh Amazon, give me coffee. Oh this and blah and that's the way that you're gonna do your thing. But how the fuck are you gonna make money? Because you're going to be 650 fucking pounds and laying in your bed not being able to fucking
Because
move.
you
Because,
go to work through your computer link,
Because you're
dude.
going to be a Bitcoin miner.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Yeah,
jack into the program.
Exactly, dude. The Matrix. Yeah.
Yeah,
we
you just
just
jack into
figured
the
it out.
program. You're at work, buddy.
No, but that's 100% like everybody's gonna live in those weird square fucking houses. with
The Black Mirror, man. It's fucking Black Mirror.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, thankfully, we'll probably be dead by then.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna be dead by then.
Yeah.
And I wanted
I,
to
can,
do
more brain
I
surgeries
could
than
die
I currently
almost
ha-
any day. It's
I
terrifying.
currently have a machine that is pumping cerebrospinal fluid from the back of my head down into my stomach. That motherfucker's gonna pump out one of these days, and I'm gonna just croak out. It's gonna what happened to Matt? Oh, he's gone. So if I ever
Yeah,
have
I
any kind
shouldn't
of
laugh at
weird
that.
viewpoints or any kind of weird shit, it's because the clock's ticking.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck anymore.
It's liberating.
Yeah, it is. It really
Yeah.
is, man.
Guys, I would like to impose a new segment on the show that's called Hot Science Court.
What
Hot
is
Science
that?
Court.
Dude, I have to make a. Oh man, I'm gonna make a hi hat thing, and I'll probably have it by the time I.
dude.
I mean, what we did
Oh
was
man,
pretty
can I
good.
get the bass and just do a bodo, dude?
So we're talking about this right now. So
Yeah,
what
exactly.
you've just heard is me playing hi hats and Forgy doing.
Boo-doo-doo.
And so
Yeah.
we're gonna make a hot science court.
Oh
All right.
man,
Sold. All
Done.
right. So bring it into the hot science.
Your defendant is genius supervillain scientist Elon Musk versus the people, i.e., the three of us in this lab right now.
All right.
okay.
What is he charged with?
What is he charged with?
Elon Musk is charged with trying to create a digital zombie army to aid in his eventual attempt at world domination. My jury and peers, do you find Elon Musk guilty or innocent?
Guilty.
Guilty on all charges.
It's unanimous.
And subsequent
It's
charges.
unanimous. Elon Musk, you must come clean with your vile intentions. I know you're out there because you've already plugged into the internet.
Exactly.
You're probably half machine. We got you figured
No,
out,
we
Elon
got
Musk.
you all
He's already
figured
got
out.
us in an algorithm, and he knows what our podcast is going to be before we even fucking talk about stuff.
If you've been contacted by
He's a
Elon
super
Musk, hit
genius.
us up at hotsciencepodcast31@gmail.com and let us know your story because we are not going to let the truth get buried
Exactly.
by this horrible human being that does fantastic inventions that are going to service the better
Yeah.
world.
And Elon Musk, if you're listening, come down and talk to us at the Hot Science Podcast and stand up for yourself for once because we have been flaming you since like episode 1
Yeah,
and
dude.
you haven't sent word one.
Hadn't heard anything. from
Exactly.
you. We're
Stand
putting it
up.
out there and you're not doing shit. He doesn't think we have edge.
Yeah, we got edge.
Elon Musk, shoot us an email. hotsciencepodcast31@gmail.com.
Prove me wrong and you don't have to buy me a Tesla.
Exactly.
You don't have to give me one of your
Because
Teslas.
as it stands, you owe me a Tesla, motherfucker.
Why does he owe you a test?
Just because
Brad just said it.
He's
Yeah.
just got him. You know, that guy is just like, he can poop Teslas.
I didn't know if I
true.
missed it. I didn't know if
Nah, there was never really a reason.
Elon
But-
Musk, I'm just saying, come on the show, like, bring a Tesla, let me ride it, and decide to give it to me. And then, you know, like, prove to me you're not a supervillain. That's all I'm saying.
You know what would help?
You need a platform because
know
it's
what
starting to
help-
get shady out there
Exactly. You know what would help me think he wasn't a supervillain? A free Tesla.
for you. Yeah, hey. Hey. Fast fact.
Meow.
Wombats poop squares.
Wombats poop square.
Does that mean they have square buttholes?
It's cubed poops. I
Wait,
actually,
it's cubes.
it's
I
cubed
thought
poop.
when you said squares.
Well,
It's like
have,
they just pooped in
square-
a square.
I didn't look it up
Square
because I
anuses?
didn't want to know. I thought about actually looking
how
that
do you,
up.
How do you propose that? They got
It's a fast fact.
It's a
dude.
fast fact, man. He
That's
just
true.
drops a. I was gonna say drops
All right,
a
yeah,
We
load.
didn't
on
do
it.
any research on
But
this
that's
shit.
not what I meant to say.
So, if beautiful listener out there, tell us why
yeah.
wombats have cubed
Cute pubes.
poops. Poopies.
Was
Poops.
Rocco on Rocco's Modern Life a wombat? What was he?
Yeah, man. I think so.
Square poops.
He had square poops.
Spunky,
Interesting.
don't eat that. Don't eat your square poops, Spunky. I always
Spunky
enjoyed.
was just a dog. He didn't have square poops. He
No,
was-
no, but he's
he'd be eating Rocco's
yeah, he's
poops.
eating Rocco's poops. Yeah. Don't eat my poops, Spunky. I always liked that show. People thought it was gross. I always liked that. I was a big fan of
Oh, no.
Beverly Big Head.
Yeah, I loved Rocco.
I love Rocco.
It's time for movie talk.
Okay, we're gonna need a cut. Cut camera B is off, and we need light rigging C to be fixed. Oh, come on! You! Oh, you! Christian, calm down. Quiet on the set, everybody. Quiet on the set. Good for you! It's time for movie talk.
Movies.
We're gonna
One
talk
of my
about movies?
favorite subjects. Yes.
Guys, I read this article today on Fortune.com that made me say,
Things that make you say,
It made me actually say, hey, Oscar doesn't care what I watch.
Oscar, the Oscar?
The Oscar,
Oscar
the Academy
of
Awards does
the
not care.
Oscars. Yeah, the Academy Awards don't care if you watch it or not.
Well, here's what I thought was interesting. Oscar doesn't care what you want.
Yeah, Oscar does not give a
The golden, who I assume is the golden man, Oscar,
Yes, the Oscar.
Oskies.
First name the, last
doesn't
name
care
Oscar.
about you. So Fortune.com gave me this information. They did a little, they looked at the numbers, did some crunching,
It's some accounting work.
did some accounting work, and found out that the Academy Award loves the underdog. They prefer movies that nobody watches.
It's true.
I got some numbers here for you, so bear with me. But I think you're gonna see what we're looking at
A
here.
pattern.
I read an article. The article was written in 2016, so it's all past that. But
Right.
before that, in 2016, the movie Spotlight, Michael Keaton,
Good movie. I don't know if you guys ever saw it.
didn't see it.
Nope.
I actually watched it on a whim, and it turned out to be fantastic.
Sure,
So
great movie,
It was
right?
good, but I can tell. But it's one of those. It's like nobody went to see that. Nobody went to the theater and see. I didn't see it in theater. I saw it on Netflix.
It made $39 million domestically. Now, we'll go ahead and say that movie probably didn't cost a hell of a lot to shoot.
I don't know. Michael
I don't know.
Keaton, he probably got
It
paid
was
like
it
20
was a
mil.
period piece.
But $39 million
Yeah.
I mean, you're
That
not
ain't
having
bad.
to deal with like CG graphics. You're not dealing with car chases or
That's
explosions.
true. But it was probably paying people's salary. It was probably $100 million. I don't know. Movies are so fucking crazy
and this is
expensive
just domestic,
right now.
domestic
Yeah.
box office, but it made $39 million. Now,
Right.
that same year, it also came out with these 3 other nominated films: Mad Max: Fury Road
Excellent film.
pulled in $153 million.
Not one nomination.
It
No,
got
it
nominated.
got, but like for sound and editing.
Yeah, and
It
maybe
wasn't- I don't think he got director.
I know he didn't get director.
Charlize
The Revenant.
maybe got one.
The Revenant came out. Leonardo
shit,
DiCaprio,
yeah.
which he won the
That
Academy
was
Award
money.
for.
That
That
was
thing pulled
awesome.
in $170 million.
Yeah, that was a money ass movie.
And here's the mind blower.
Had
That
sex
was
with
the
a
same
bear.
year The Martian came out. The Martian,
That movie made a butt ton.
$228 million domestically, just in the U.S.
Yeah.
And so let's look at that. And all of those 3 movies, fantastic movies.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic movies that came out that year. And instead of picking The Martian, which was critically praised,
Yeah.
audiences praised it, well-made film, made 228 mil,
Yeah. Damn. Domestically.
and they give it to the movie that made 35.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe Spotlight was just the better movie. So let's look at some other numbers. Past winners.
Spotlight was a good movie.
Past winners, though.
Having seen them both, I would say Spotlight is the better movie, but not the more entertaining movie.
In 2011, The Artist won. It made 46.8 million versus The Help, which made 177.5. In 2004, 12 Years a Slave, that pulled in a whopping 57 versus Gravity, which made 270 million. And then in 2015, we had Birdman, which I love that movie.
Birdman is
Birdman
excellent.
is fucking fantastic.
Made $37 million versus American Sniper that pulled in $320 million.
Well, it seems
and
like what
directed by
they're-
Clint Eastwood.
Yeah,
well, it
man.
seems like what they're doing is they're highlighting the artsier films and not the crowd
Well, it's the
pleasers.
Academy, man.
Yeah.
It's the man's made of gold.
Yeah, they're
Oscar.
obviously
Yeah.
shooting for the underdogs, right?
Well, not necessarily the underdogs.
I think
they're
they
shooting,
shoot
shooting
for art.
they're
Yeah.
shooting for the person who
It's
is
art.
who is creating a motif and not a fucking Transformers movie.
But let me ask
Yeah.
you this: okay, let's take The Martian out of the running. Right?
Right.
The Revenant, serious contender for picture.
Oh, yeah.
Picture
Oh
of
yeah,
the
Revenant
year.
is
that
fucking
it-
insanely
honestly,
awesome.
it won over Spotlight, or it lost over Spotlight, because the Revenant should have won. If that's the same year,
Same year,
Revenant should have won that
Oh, yeah.
shit.
and almost doubled the money.
Having
Just-
watched
Just the
Spotlight.
shot, the
Yeah.
shot in the beginning of the dude coming in with the arrow in his back, and like the first 15-minute shot.
Oh,
or
man.
whatever. I mean,
Oh,
the movie
absolutely.
in itself is a complete other discussion.
It made
but,
$40 million more
amazing.
Yeah, that's the one
than
that
the
should have
picture
got
that
it.
won.
Honestly,
But that's the thing is, you look at and time after time after time, they're constantly awarding the underdog, and they say it's because they want to send a message to the film industry.
Fuck you.
yeah.
That's my message.
Well,
for the Oscars is fuck
I will
you.
also say I feel like they go for what they deem is culturally.
Sorry to cut you off. I didn't mean to.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, well, I personally feel like the Oscars go for movies that they deem are culturally important that year. It's like Spotlight was about all this Catholic stuff. Like most of the movies have a message that's somehow like it's important in their eyes. It's not always the best movie, but they feel like it delivers a message.
Well, like shaping the.
Like The Artist was all about the old Hollywood, and La La Land got all those fucking things.
Yeah, just shaping their what other people want to, fucking. I don't know where I'm going with it. Go.
Well, I don't even know if it's like shaping like shaping how people view art,
yeah,
sort
well,
of.
no, well, it's all these people make these movies, and then the Academy is like, "This is good." It's like, no,
Well,
fuck you.
but here's my
this
thing.
other stuff is
Yeah,
obviously.
but
good
it's
too.
like, okay, what do you got?
We live in a world where the Golden Globes exist, the People's Choice Award exists,
Yeah.
and that's where you see those movies where Mad Max is going to pick up
All the awards, exactly.
something. The Revenant is going to get Best Picture. Golden Globes are a little bit more relaxed. and it's-
Screenwriters Awards
and People's
or whatever.
Choice are
Yeah.
obviously what the people chose. And it's like, but the Oscars still remain the most prestigious and noteworthy.
Yeah, it's
having
the
a
one,
Golden
man.
Globe is not the same as having an Academy Award.
No, it's the one.
Yeah.
The Academy chose your work.
But that's why I think they go lofty and like important or artsy or whatever. It's
Well, like
like
Birdman.
They're trying to make a message.
Birdman could have made $7 and it would have won every Oscar.
Let me say
Because
this, though.
Birdman was
It was fucking amazing, but it didn't win the Oscar, right?
No, it won Best Picture.
Did it? Okay, it
But
deserved
let me say
every
this.
single part
Let me
of
say
that.
this, though.
Yeah,
That is not a movie that I could recommend to the Transformers fan.
not at all.
To the Fast and the Furious fan, those franchises that make billions of dollars, that's not the type of movie that I can go and say, hey, you should check
Yeah.
this out, man.
Check out
because
Birdman.
the Academy
You're
is
really
not
gonna like
trying
it.
to appeal to the person who's going to go see that movie. The Academy is appealing to the people who are going to go see the obscure movie.
Well, and it's the idea. It's the whole filmmaking community, like the idea of filmmaking and all the things, and like trying to have this standard by which you judge filmmaking. So it's all lofty.
Well,
it's all lofty,
funny
crazy
because,
stuff.
I mean,
and I love it. I
I've
love every
shown-
bit of it.
I've shown literally hundreds of films in my life, and so have you guys. And
Yes.
whenever it comes to movies, like Oscars, every year, it's like, did you guys see any of the Oscars? And like
seen one of
maybe a
them.
handful,
Yeah, I've seen
one,
one.
two. You know, it's like, so they're not choosing the movies that we as movie people
Have seen
would
yeah.
choose to see. It's the fucking weird. I mean, but besides Birdman and the obvious, things that we've talked about, but I digress. They're not choosing the movies that
Yeah.
everyone is, into.
Hot take. Academy Awards are consisting of a bunch of uptight assholes that think they are the smarmiest and coolest, hippest motherfuckers on the face of the earth and know what true art is, when art is really supposed to be for everyone that views it. So I'm going to just say, take the stick out of your butthole and sniff it a little bit before you vote on next year's candidates.
Take that,
And,
dude.
And
That's a great burn.
Yeah,
Take
dude.
that stick out of your butthole, sniff it,
Yep.
and then fuck off. yeah.
Then you
And I
vote.
mean, and if you work for the Academy Awards, fucking send us an email at hotscience31
Exactly.
at Gmail.
Hot Science
and,
Podcast,
Hot Science
31.
Podcast.
Tell us to fuck off. It'll be awesome. We'll have a great time with it.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
looking at you, George Clooney. I know you're a member. I feel like George Clooney probably voted for Mad Max, though.
Yeah.
George Clooney seems like a cool guy.
Right.
Fast fact, guys.
Fast fact.
Ketchup.
Ketchup.
You know it. You love it.
Catsup?
Red. The catsup. Well,
The
this
red
one is
sugary
specifically
sauce.
ketchup.
That we all love.
Ketchup.
Ketchup.
Heinz.
Invented as medicine to help with digestion.
Like
Ketchup.
To coat the tum-tum.
So, like, if you're having, oh man, okay, wait, can I just predict that it's because you're having digestive problems? You squirt some ketchup into your mouth, you're shitting instantly.
Nice.
There you go.
Well, there's a
to keep the ladies from getting the maladies.
I met some cats from Pennsylvania whenever I was hiking the AT, and there's a Heinz and what's the other ketchup company?
I only use
I don't know,
Heinz.
Heinz and Walmart
I
brand.
only use
Well, there's two different brands, and the people from Pennsylvania wouldn't use a certain brand of ketchup because it wasn't the brand that was
Oh,
from
right.
there. It was like people from Pennsylvania and ketchup have
That's some real shit
Have
there.
some real shit.
That's
I don't know.
real
It's
shit ketchup.
Heinz
They
and,
take it seriously,
Something else, I forget. I
the
don't
ketchup
know.
game.
I should have researched it.
Heinz and
before bringing it
Kraft.
up.
I'm pretty sure this
Maybe
came
like
out.
Kraft ketchup?
It was in like the late 1800s though, so I'm pretty sure it was just like
Hellmann's.
Coca-Cola with real coquina
Right.
can help you live a zesty life. You know,
Yeah, that's
I'm
true.
Pretty sure it was
Zesty.
around the same time.
Well, you got to remember that there was no, like, ads didn't actually have to
Yeah,
prove
you-
anything they said until like
true.
1989 or something. It was like very not a long time ago. Like
Uranium makes you stronger.
exactly.
Yeah.
This radiation, this doctor can see your bones. Totally safe. It's like
Relax with
Yeah.
a totally safe cigarette.
exactly. There was a cigarettes lengthen your life thing in like the 70s. I don't think it was the 70s. I think it was the 40s, guys.
All right, I googled ketchup war.
Ketchup, the ketchup
And
war.
It's Heinz and French's.
French's.
They make mustard.
Oh man, I don't know why.
They're mustard
That's
company.
hilarious. That's a mustard
That's a mustard
company.
company. You don't
No.
get
Sons
ketchup
of
from them.
bitches.
How could you ever get ketchup from those people? What do they know about ketchup? Mustarders.
Guys, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, there was Star Wars.
Star Wars.
During the Super Bowl, there was the premiere of the Solo, a Star Wars story, which is a film coming out directed by Ron Howard. That is
Sort
about
of. Half
yeah,
directed
yeah.
by Ron Howard,
That's
half
true.
by some other dudes,
Yeah,
Phil
those
Lord and Chris
twin-
Miller.
the brothers, yeah, that got fired.
Yeah.
So the trailer
Asterisk.
premiered.
There's
during
always
the Super
going to be
Bowl.
an asterisk next to Ron
Yeah.
Howard's name on this.
So the trailer premiered during the Super Bowl.
Right.
I saw it. You saw it.
I actually saw it. Never saw a lick of the Super Bowl, I remind you.
Yeah, still saw
But
the
I
trailer.
did. I
One
did
lick.
scavenge YouTube when I heard that it was out and found it.
Matt has not seen it at all.
Excellent. He even watched the Super Bowl though.
It wasn't, you weren't there yet.
No, I've came into the Super Bowl at 2 minutes until halftime, and I watched that 2 minutes until halftime, and then watched the halftime show, and then Brad and I talked about shit outside.
For
remainder
the
of the
rest
game.
of the
Probably
night.
an hour
Nice.
and a half.
Nice.
Mr. Forgy, how many times do you think you've seen it?
I have seen the long version 3 times now.
Okay. Give me a brief synopsis of what we're seeing in that trailer.
Well,
Brad almost
Brad
fell off
almost
the
tipped
chair.
it out.
It was the Millennium Falcon taking off.
Exactly. Well,
Sound design.
having just seen it recently, I can't tell you everything that's in the trailer, but it's basically just like Han. It's somebody asking Han questions, but it's like an Empire guy, I think is what they're trying to insinuate.
What are we seeing though? Why is it called a
That's not a
solo?
twister.
Solo.
Well, it's
It's a
Han's.
hiney.
It's
a popper.
yeah, it's Han. It's the story of Han Solo becoming Han Solo, meeting Chewie and Lando, and getting the Falcon, and doing all these amazing Han Solo things pre Star Wars.
Yeah, he's like 20.
Pre Harrison Ford, Solo. This is young Indiana Jones all over again.
Okay, so you wanted to talk about this.
Yes.
What are your opinions on this trailer? Lead me into this, Matt.
Well,
Forgy.
I
What do
just
you want?
I see the trailer, and there are things that I like in it. There are certain things that I'm like, that looks kind of cool because it's Star Wars universe, so it looks like they're gonna do some interesting things. But I just don't know. There's so much controversy surrounding the movie. What do you? I wanted to know. Do you give a single shit? Are you excited to see this movie as a Star Wars fan?
No.
No. Matt, obviously not
Nope.
excited at all to see it.
Well, I mean, I'll see it.
I'm curious to see
Yeah, I'm still
it.
gonna watch it,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoy Star
just don't
Wars
give a
stuff,
shit.
but I don't. Yeah.
and let me tell you why.
Well, I'm going to tell you why I don't. It's hard for me to get stoked about going to see any movie because we spent so much time in a movie theater.
Right.
Like to pay $14 to go and watch a movie,
Oh, that's
or
true.
25 or
Get the
30
movie
or
pass,
whatever.
bro.
I can get the movie pass. Yeah, I should get the movie pass. Honestly, I should get the movie pass.
I got
That's
the
what I
movie
should
pass,
do.
bro.
Because
This,
that would
You
make
wanna look
it.
at it?
I do want to look at it. It
This
makes
Hot
me
Science
feel.
podcast
It makes
brought
me
to
feel
you by
bad
Movie
every
Pass.
time I pay for a movie, because movies were our life.
Well, we used
for-
to get free movies
Yeah.
for
Yeah. Well, it
almost
wasn't-
more
it wasn't
almost
free
more
movies.
years than
Yeah.
I didn't. I used to get
Exactly.
free movies.
Yeah.
And it
in
wasn't-
your adult life.
in my
yeah.
adult life. Yeah.
And it was just part of the gig. It was part of the thing. We did it for so long that it's like a grandfather clock. You just took it for granted. You forgot about the noise. It was just our. We watched all the movies that came out.
Well, exactly.
The new movie that came out, we didn't think about.
It is
paying
tough,
for
man.
it.
Yeah.
It's
know.
a
You had
sting.
to
Like
watch
when you
it.
go,
Yeah,
because
it's like working
paying
in a
paying
kitchen
to see
and then you
stuff,
don't work in
yeah.
the kitchen anymore. Then it's like, fuck, what am I gonna eat?
Yeah.
You're like, I gotta buy this steak. I know how you make it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Why am I gonna buy steak? That's so
$40. Yeah,
I'm just gonna walk in like I own the steak and walk right past the door. I'm gonna walk right into the steak.
exactly. I will say, pro tip: if you just walk into a theater and act like you belong there,
Yeah,
and
you're
that,
probably gonna get it,
and if
yeah.
you just walk right to your theater, there's probably little chance anyone's going to stop
On a
you.
Wednesday night. If you do it on like a Friday or
Oh,
Saturday,
yeah.
And if you
the
feel
doorman-
guilty, buy
yeah.
some popcorn.
Yeah, buy some
No,
popcorn.
well, honestly,
Well, that's what helps them out.
Super duper fucking pro tip. If you want to get absolutely crazy with it, you can go outside in the garbage can, outside of the.
Get yourself
yourself
one
some-
soda.
No, one
soda thing.
large soda. Why?
Yeah, one.
Because larges get free refills.
Exactly,
Right.
one
So
large popcorn
you get
bag
yourself
and
one
walk
large
yourself
soda,
in.
and you walk inside. You walk up to the fucking register like a super swinging balls with your large cup that you found outside in the garbage can that's empty, and you ask for a free refill, and you get yourself a free refill, and you walk right past the doorman with your large cup that you just got from
Exactly.
outside, and you've gotten yourself a free movie and a free drink.
Exactly.
It's gross, but you've gotten it.
Well, hey, you don't have to bring the straw. He's going to give you a new straw.
You get a fresh brand new
Unless you
straw.
think
that's
the person licked the
you get a-
cup,
you get a
you're
fresh
probably all
lid and
right.
A fresh straw, and all you got in it is whatever was in the garbage can.
If
you
it
know?
smells like pee, get another cup.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, but if you get a large thing, I mean,
Look,
have I ever done that before? Maybe.
maybe that's none of your business. But I'm telling you that you could do
But
it
it
yourself.
totally works.
It totally works.
Well, maybe that's the way
Everybody out there is paying too much for
Exactly.
movies.
Just go
you
get
can
a
get
large
in for
cup out
free.
Of the, yeah, you could. This is the hobo trick.
know why I
to get
went
into a
angry
fucking
with
movie.
it.
But you can't look like a homeless person whenever you do this. You have to look like you belong. You have to look like you purchased a ticket. That's the key to the thing.
That's going to be the way I watch Han Solo. Because I don't give a shit either.
Exactly.
And the reason why is
I
because
once-
that movie looks badass if it was about somebody that wasn't Han Solo.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I have issues with it because I'm a huge nerd Star Wars fan.
I don't care. I don't
I
care
don't-
about his origin story. I don't want to know his
I
origin
don't want to
story.
know it. There are certain things they're doing that's like, I don't know. I would love to see Han doing some cool shit because Lando looks like a straight badass. Lando
Sure.
looks
Chewie's
cool.
Chewie.
Lando's cool. Chewie's cool. He's got cool characters. If he fights Boba Fett, that's super cool.
Nice.
But at the same time, I just don't like the guy that they got to play Han Solo. He doesn't work for me. When I
don't
see him,
want-
I don't see Han Solo. I see some dude, and it's like, who's this
That's
fucking
what I'm
guy?
saying. If you'd taken that, if you
If it
made
was
it
just
a
like,
different character,
if it was
that
just
in
a
the
Star Wars story, yeah,
yes. But
it
the
should
fact
be
that,
Lando, a Star Wars story.
Hey, I'd rather see that.
I'd fucking watch the shit out of that. Exactly.
That's the better idea. Lando is a character that needs to be built on. Abso-fucking-lutely.
Yeah, but yeah, that was pretty much my whole thought on it. That's all I got on Star
We'll
Wars.
update. I'm sure we're gonna watch
absolutely.
it.
We'll
update.
see it. Yeah.
I'll
So-
watch it too. I mean, I'll
Well, it's
take a
been
note.
ripe with controversy and all the
Get that movie
bullshit.
pass. You get that movie pass. You can
I'm gonna
watch
get
it
a
with
movie
me and
pass.
be for free.
I think I
I'm
might
gonna
have
get
to
a movie
purchase
pass.
one.
Yeah, for sure.
I watched The Shape of Water with the movie pass. It felt good.
No, honestly, I
Brad
should
gave
get.
it A+.
I want to get the movie pass because
It'll make you go. We live so close
if
to a
we did that-
badass
no,
theater.
if
Yeah.
we did that, I mean, but we can go like we could make it like a fucking whatever day. I don't know. Yeah, dude.
A
I'm gonna
day.
get a movie pass because we could go.
I'll
I
go
would
watch
love-
movies
Go
with
watch
you,
everything.
motherfuckers.
Because honestly, we could chalk it up to fucking research for this.
Yeah, go watch everything.
No, but we watch a movie a week
Yeah.
together.
That's true,
and
and
then we
talk
talk
about
about
it.
it.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
I'm all right about it.
Done.
We can even spin
Dude.
that off into a separate
Dude. You know you
separate
can't.
jam if we wanted to.
I was trying to get one of these.
Sorry, dude. I got no
I know.
peripheral.
I know
on
you
that side.
got blindsided.
Yeah.
I got blindsided you
Yeah,
literally.
Forgy is to my left.
Yeah.
And to those listening, knowing.
They
and,
don't. I don't care.
We're not
patch.
sponsored by the Movie Pass. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah.
No, but if
We're
you
no
want
way-
to, but if Movie Pass
hey,
wants
Movie
to
Pass,
sponsor
yo,
us-
you
Oh, yeah.
listening, bro?
Sponsor the hell out of it.
We'll be the
yeah,
Movie
dude.
Pass podcast.
I'll get Movie Pass tattooed on my fucking body.
Movie
Like,
Pass podcast. I'm already coming up with the theme song. Hit us up, Movie Pass.
hit us up.
I wonder
AMC,
who's
get
in
your
charge
shit
of that? Who issues the Movie Pass?
MoviePass.com.
Yeah, that's research.
Yeah.
That's research right there.
Yeah, we got to look into that. We got to send them a message, be like, "Yo, we got a podcast. All we want is free Movie Passes, and we're gonna talk about these movies that we watch.
Movie
and we'll
Pass.
talk about how badass Movie Pass is.
Yeah. Movie Pass, if you're listening, or anybody out there
How many
who
listeners
can
do we
contact
have currently?
Movie Pass.
Like 17.
At least 3.
No, we have 7 solid listeners.
We have at least
7?
3.
Yeah, that's
Well,
true.
I'll be honest. I don't listen. I'm not a
You
listener.
do because you're.
Well, I listen back to it whenever I burn it down.
That's true.
Bounce it
I'm
down.
actually a pretty big fan of it. I listen to
Are
my.
you guys subscribed?
I
Because we
subscribe-
have
oh,
new
yeah,
subscribers.
absolutely.
I was wondering who the
Oh,
subscribers
it's
were.
absolutely just the two of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this is nothing right now.
I like scrolling through my
it's a-
PlayStation
it's an
YouTube app
infant
and seeing-
idea.
I really
seeing
like
our
to hope
podcast pop
that
up.
at some point in time, there are like a lot of people who listen to this thing and they come back and listen to these. It's like, I can't, because they still sound like they're broadcasting to all of us, all the people who are listening, but there's literally like no one out there.
There's nobody listening.
Oh, it's fantastic because I feel a sense of urgency. Like tomorrow, I feel like I need to bounce this thing down and put it out on the
You
internet.
need to. We got to. We got to get in the habit of it. We
No,
got
I
to
do.
get
I
it
mean,
going.
I
You want a catalog.
I do.
Exactly.
There's not been 1 week where we didn't have the podcast out midweek before the. I mean,
Wow.
you know.
Yeah.
So really, if it came out on like Friday, and we did it on Monday, and it came out every Friday, that would be, you know.
We can do that if you want to.
I mean, we're doing it.
Radio, heads or tails, be rad, Cotter. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Here comes the flip. Heads or tails, sir?
It is heads.
Wrong. It was tails.
God damn it! I wanted to say tails and I said heads. No one will ever believe that I had an incredible winning streak prior to recording.
If you're just tuning in, this is Radio, heads or tails.
Guys, you know what it's time to talk about now?
What's that?
The future.
The future.
Playing video games. I'm playing video games.
We're talking about video games.
I've read about this all over. This comes specifically, I did my research on a article from Polygon talking about this amazing thing that Microsoft is doing. Entitled, Will Microsoft's Xbox Game Pass Make People Actually Play Their Games? Here's the deal.
Well,
Right
that
now,
Game Pass.
Yeah,
Xbox.
what is the Game Pass? Because
I'm gonna
this is
tell
the
you.
first I'm hearing of it.
Xbox in the shitter. Okay.
Obviously.
Everybody's buying that PS4. They love that PS4. And if you're not going to get a PS4, you're probably going to get a Switch. Nintendo.
Hashtag PS4 party. That's what we party on.
Yeah, we party PS4.
Nobody's buying Microsoft's. And the big problem is like Microsoft doesn't have any, quote, first-party games, which are made in-house. They're exclusive to that system. Sony's got a buttload of them. Microsoft doesn't have but like 2, and
Yeah.
they suck.
It's got like Dead Rising and something else.
Dead Rising's going cross-platform.
Oh,
It's
really?
stuff like
Halo.
yeah. Gears of War.
Yeah, Halo and Gears of War are pretty much it.
Xbox, Microsoft, just introduced a Netflix-like game program that costs $9.99 a month. It's $120 a year. That allows gamers to download and play a library of games, which starting last week includes all first-party games released on the system day and date. So in other words, a new Halo comes out, a new Gears of War comes out, you have the Games
you
Pass.
got it. You got it with the Games Pass.
You can download that game to your Xbox and play it until you stop paying for that money.
Yeah, paying for the subscription thing.
This
Interest-
isn't a streaming
subscription-
service. You're not streaming this game. They allow you to download
they allow
the
you
game
to download it.
from
Interesting.
online for $10 a month. Whatever we have on this platform, you can download it and play it for $10 a month.
As long as you can log into your Xbox account.
Yeah, you're still paying for
Yeah,
that
that's true.
too.
You still have to have.
So,
You're still required to be connected to the
So,
internet.
Brad, tell me about how you lost your Xbox account. So
That's a deep wound,
So-
man.
if-
You've just opened a gateway that I was
So-
not prepared to open, Mr. Livingston.
okay, so that's why I wanted to ask you that, was because this all hinges upon having your Xbox account.
So Xbox is like, I got a 360.
Yeah, this is back in the day.
I'm reading the
360
blogs.
days.
I'm looking at
It's
the
like
websites.
Red Dead just had come out a year ago.
Hey man, they're going to do
We're
a
in it.
brand new operating
Okay,
system
so
on your Xbox.
get to
360.
it, Brad.
I'm telling the story right now.
Okay.
We've got a brand new operating system on the 360 that we're gonna roll out. We're looking for beta testers. So if you want to download it early and send us emails to tell us what we can improve, what you like about it, just
Yeah.
shoot us a message.
You can be part of the testers.
And I was part of that, and I downloaded the thing early, and I was like, lots of this are really cool. And I did send them an email being like, this could be better, this is cool, and think about this thing.
Yeah.
And then what happens one day is I go to log into my Xbox after this new program rolls out, and it's like, you got to log in. So I try to log in, and it's like, hey, your Xbox account doesn't exist. So I go to the Microsoft web, to the help
source.
Yeah, to the customer support. And I'm like, yo, dude, this is the problem I'm having. And they're just like, are you using the correct password?
It's like, yeah,
I sent those motherfuckers emails for 6 months.
6 hard months.
I got 3 replies in that 6 months' time.
Well,
Being
we were
"We're working
jacked
on it."
in at that point, and you just got cut off.
Yeah.
To this day, I still get emails from Microsoft that has a little picture of my avatar
Yeah, man, I
on the
remember it.
360 wearing his armor shooting a bow and arrow. And it's like, hey, sign in now to get all your free benefits. And it's like, motherfuckers, I can't. You won't let me.
Okay, so take it back. Take it back to the to what we were just talking about.
The streaming.
With the streaming.
The streaming
And
service.
As long as you can log into your fucking Xbox account, you can have all of this stuff. But as soon as your Xbox account stops working one day,
Well,
SOL.
I did think of another kind of like dickaroo for Xbox over PlayStation is because PlayStation has that streaming service, like whatever it's called, PlayStation Now,
Yeah.
where you can go and get all those games or whatever, and it's not new games. So that is something new that that Xbox is trying to like outdo the competition.
It's also $10 a month
But
extra.
I'm also realizing the ability to download something isn't that great of an ability, because that just means you take up hard drive space, and now you have to
Sure. But
you
say-
have to decide what you want, and you have to pick between games you're playing and all that. If you're just going full stream, go full stream ahead and let me pay my fucking $10 a month to play any game, and it doesn't affect. I don't have to wait for it to download. I don't have to do any of this shit. Just play it. That's what I want.
Well, here's my question: is we have yet to see they're being so outpaced by the competition that this is very much a reactionary move to try and get some market share back.
Oh yeah.
And
Everybody hates the Xbox. Even my brother, who loves the Xbox, complained to me the other day that he wishes he got a PS4.
harsh.
Harsh.
Tide is turning.
Yeah.
Well, but the
That's
thing
big.
is-
that's deep cut.
People are wondering if Sony is actually going to have a reaction to this. Nintendo is not a factor; they don't give a shit. They're Nintendo. They do their
Yeah,
own
they're
thing.
their own thing.
But
They have no competition.
people are wondering. Sony is so far ahead. Like, we're more than doubling the sales of PlayStation sold versus Xboxes. So
Yeah.
the question is, though, does PlayStation need to react to this, or are they just going to throw their hands up and be like, whatever, dude, everybody's already got a PlayStation? And number two, if they do react to it, what does this mean for the future of how we consume games? Are we still everything's slowly moving over to digital downloads, right?
Yeah.
Like Far Cry Primal. I don't have a disc for that.
Right. Most of the stuff on my PlayStation, I don't have disc
Me
for.
neither.
There are like 7 games that I have disc for, and all the rest of them are all just digital downloads.
Truth.
And we've already seen in Netflix with how you stream movies and things like Spotify or Apple Music, people are streaming music. And it's like, are games going to stop going from a physical disc release into what these are doing?
Right.
I think Xbox might be taking the first step into saying that games are a service
Well,
rather than you buy our machine to make our service run, and you can play all the games that come out for that.
yeah, I actually think that's probably exactly where it's going to go, because if you think about the bane of video game companies is resale, is the game supplies and
Sure.
the GameStops
GameStop,
and
yeah.
all these other places that just resell video games and make a huge profit. That Xbox isn't getting that.
Oh, retailers have been up in arms about this deal.
Well, but it puts retailers out of business.
Yeah.
It's like if you're having to stream the service, you're paying for the service to play a PlayStation. If you're downloading that game, you're not going to be able to give that game to other people and resell it and give it to a store and do all this stuff. Taking
Yeah.
the physicality of the medium takes it back to their pockets. Like that, it's
Well, honestly, it's what rubbed me out of the film industry is the fact that film went away. It went digital, and that's it's much cheaper to distribute a digital film than it is an analog actual
Sure.
film.
Let me bring this up to you real quick, though. There's a difference in quality there, right?
Mm-hmm.
There is a difference in quality between film and a digital product. To whereas with a video game,
It's true, it's
you're
the
dealing
same.
with a digital product and a digital product. One of them just has you insert a disc into a thing. It's like with
It's true. It's the same digital
There's no
outcome.
loss.
Yeah,
there's no
There's no
loss. of-
loss.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
if you're watching
true.
Netflix and it's in high definition, that's just as good as you're going to get it anywhere else. You're seeing the actual product of that movie, whatever it is. If you watch it on the DVD, it's going to be the same quality as what you're watching on Netflix.
Yeah.
Truth.
And it's like,
Probably worse, actually.
yeah, probably. But that's the
Because
question.
you're watching
is
on
it's
a
like,
DVD.
in
It's
our
a Blu-ray
quest-
world now.
In
Yeah.
our quest to get rid of things, right? Best Buy is going to stop selling CDs, to which most people said, Best Buy was selling CDs?
Yeah. They still had CDs at Best Buy?
Yeah.
I will say, as a person that purchased CDs, I used to go to Best Buy to get CDs, and then I slowly saw their stock dwindling into like the back corner,
Yeah.
and it was like, "Fuck this! I am no longer getting CDs here."
Yeah. I got a
Back
whole
to
book
weird
of
antique
CDs.
stores, because that's where you find CDs now.
I haven't purchased a CD since I think Media Play.
Since Media Play,
Deep
dude,
cut.
that's
Play,
deep cut.
I think, was my
Deep
my
Sou-
last
South
CD
cut.
purchase.
Do
Media
you
Play
think
was
it-
an excellent store. I was actually talking about Media Play the other day, man.
Media
Shout
Play.
out, Media
Shout
Play.
out to Media
Brand's
Play.
bass.
You failed as a
No,
company.
that's totally where I got my bass and my guitar.
Nice, dude.
Media Play. Going
I
out of
used half of
business.
that. I'm
Thanks
using
for my
half of that bass.
Ian Scott fucking axe. Thanks, Media Play.
Rock and
Anyway,
roll.
what I wanted to say about this Games Pass, I'm eager to see what's going to happen. Personally, I want to see it go in that direction to where it's like I can just sample whatever. Game publishers are going to find a different way to get paid for it. And
Yeah.
it's like take out the idea
Well-
of packaging and printing
yeah.
DVDs and putting them in boxes and shipping them to retailers. Take the cost out of that, put it into making your game, and man, we're going to have some great shit.
Yeah.
Well, the digital entertainment, like video games, like streaming services, like movies, they just make sense that way.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It's lossless quality for convenience, less manufacture, less overhead, all this shit. It's like it's easy. It's literally easier for every party involved. There's not a person that's affected by that it's worse for, besides like the workers that are making the labels, the label makers out there. Label makers are gonna take a cut.
So are the plastic case makers.
Yeah, it's true.
I digress. It is now time for the best part of the podcast, the moment you've all been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen.
Rate that animal.
I'm your host, Brad Cotter. I'm here with our lovely contestants on today. You're not contestants, you're part of the panel. A lovely panel that's here today, Mr. Matt Livingston, Mr. Matt Forgy. Are you ready to rate an animal?
I'm ready to rate.
We've
an
lately,
animal.
I tried to bring a fascinating animal that you guys convinced me was not that fascinating last week in the Naked Mole Rat.
Naked mole rat.
We
got
gave
a
it, what, we gave it a
D.
C?
No, I
Or
think
was
it got a
D?
D.
It was a D. You gave it an F.
I gave it an F. You
straight
gave it
F.
a C. He gave it a D. It was an overall D.
Guys, this one's pretty uncontested. I felt I wanted to say the word on the podcast, so I'm going to bring you some facts about the jaguar.
Jaguar.
Located in South and Central America. That's an American cat, right? In the Americas. South and Central America.
Nice.
And recently in Arizona.
Whoa.
They're bringing the cat back.
Cat back. The jaguar.
It's the largest cat in the Americas and third largest in the world. Right?
wait. To read that fact again?
Is the largest cat in the Americas and the third largest in the world.
The largest in the Americas and third largest.
In the world.
What's
So
the-
like tiger and lion, and then that.
Yeah. What's? You don't know what number one is? You don't. You don't
It's
have-
The
tiger.
liger.
tiger.
It's a tiger. Yeah.
Tiger.
Because
then-
they go
and then
on to
lion,
say
yeah.
they go on to say it's like tiger got a stronger bite.
Okay, so it's number 3 size wise. Give
Yeah.
us more
Yeah.
facts.
Tiger got the best bite.
Right.
It's a tiger. It's fucking huge and scary. For the size of the jaguar, it doesn't have as much pressure, but the pressure on it is disproportionate to the size of the jaguar.
Oh, so it's got more pressure.
Yeah, that thing can bite like a motherfucker better than a
So,
tiger.
If
Nice.
a tiger could
So
bite
per
like
capita-
a jaguar,
A jaguar bite.
I don't know if
Worse.
I'm saying it right. Yeah.
Jaguar?
A
We say-
Jaguar?
A jaguar.
We say jaguar. Jaguar.
The jaguar.
The British would say jaguar.
Jaguar. Jaguar.
Okay, they're super solitary. They don't give a fuck about living in packs or whatever. They just
They're loners?
they're loners. They'll meet up to fuck and have some babies, and then the babies split after 2 years.
Nice.
They don't give a fuck about hanging out with each other. And my two favorite facts about them: they climb trees
Right.
to use their patented death from above maneuver, patent pending.
Wait, they have a they have a patent pending death from above move?
Yeah, that's the thing I'm working on. But it's like they'll climb up in trees and then just death
Nice.
from above. And they're also
That's the worst. That's the worst way to be
Yeah, right?
attacked.
It's the third largest cat in the world, and they can climb fucking trees and just jump down on you and rip your throat out.
Terrifying.
And they're proficient swimmers. So if you're like, I'm gonna run towards this lake and outswim this motherfucker, nope,
Nope.
he's gonna catch you.
Nope. Yep.
Apex predators.
Apex predator.
They're a football team.
They're a football team? Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
The Jaguar, maybe. Some sports team.
Yeah.
Sports dog.
Sports.
You know, I really don't even know. I mean, I know the jaguars.
Are there more facts? Is that the last of the
jaguars.
facts?
That's the last of the facts, yeah.
Last
Oh man, that was a very interesting animal to get to know. Because I always thought they were cool, but now I know they're cool.
How do you rate
loners.
that? Cool.
I
though.
go B. There's no like a
Wow.
fact.
Yeah, you don't have any wow.
There's no
I don't
kick
know,
a
man.
fucking lion's head off fact.
I thought
What the-
about that when I was writing the facts down. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I mean, so it's a B for me.
Okay.
Because,
Actually,
because,
I think
because,
that's fair.
I mean,
I think
because,
that's fair.
because
I see as B.
A
I'll
jaguar
see
is
as
pretty
B, yeah.
badass. You know, kicking ass. You know, I mean, that fantastic animal.
I'll call.
Beautiful.
I'll see as B and I'll call it. Yeah. Solid answer, because it's like, it's a beautiful animal. It's got some crazy shit, but at the same time, it can't kick a lion's head off.
So Matt Fourier, Matt Livingston, both B flat.
Yeah.
flat, yeah.
B flat.
I was gonna give it an A minus because they're beautiful creatures
Right. They are beautiful.
and they're
Those pelts.
They're very gracious. They're graceful, rather. I don't know how their manners are, but they're very.
They're very gracious.
you know.
They're very forthcoming.
I like the thought of a cat being like, I mean, I'm big as shit, but if I climb that tree, I could just jump on a hog, kill the fuck out of it. I like that aspect. I like the fact that they're loners.
Yeah. Well, that was one of my favorite aspects.
They don't live in prides or packs or whatever. They're just like, hey, you need to make babies? Cool.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace.
Yeah. It's like,
I'm gonna go back in this tree and catch more
yeah,
hogs.
exactly. I'm going to swim up on this gazelle and scare the shit out of him.
I like that they were super
gonna
good swimmers. Well, the idea of a
rip his
jaguar
throat
like
out.
jumping
Scare
into
the
a
shit
lake
out
and then just swimming
Yeah.
really well, where it's like, oh shit, it's gaining on me.
So I was going to give him an A minus because at the same time, like, you ain't a tiger.
Right.
Tigers still cool with
Yeah.
cats.
You still came in third, brah.
Yeah.
Bronze.
Yeah. So I was going to
B
give
for,
A minus,
B for bronze.
which I think is going to equal out to a flat B.
To a flat B.
So Jaguars, flat Bs in
Yeah,
the
maybe
books.
maybe B plus.
No.
Adjacent. Nah, flat B.
No, it's two Bs, two flat Bs versus an A minus. So it's a flat B.
Yeah, you're right.
Napkin math.
Yeah, the minus. Well, the minus
Napkin
cancels
man.
out the
Nice.
thing. It's fine. Yeah.
Carry the two.
Because there's a deep scientific
And the
equation to that. How we come up with our animal rankings.
Algorithm.
Exactly.
Fast fact, guy. Chainsaws were invented to aid in childbirth.
All right. I know that's a fast fact, but you're gonna have to explain that a little bit.
I actually did read up on this one.
Because how do you pass that fast fact
Because
up?
how do you pass that one up? It was eventually, they're not like Leatherface chainsaws, right?
Right.
Like when they were invented, they were like the little
Handheld things?
Yeah, little handheld things that were kind of shaped like a knife but had chainsaw teeth on it. And it was like instead of doing a C-section, they would just saw through your pelvis bone.
Fucking hell.
God!
It was done like that.
That's much worse.
Yeah, but it was done like that all the way up until like the 40s.
No
Oh,
shit.
man.
Yeah. So it was like instead of getting a C-section, they would just have to saw the pelvic bone and pull your baby out through the bigger hole.
You know what? This thing will do pretty well with trees.
Yeah, exactly. When
That sawing maneuver is pretty well.
Yeah.
If you made that extra large,
That's
that'd take down a
insane.
whole building.
So ladies out there who have had the childbirth and
The childbirth.
just think about that, right?
man.
You're getting the shivers right now.
Ugh.
I know. When I read
Thank
that.
you to all the
The pelvis bone.
Thanks, Mom.
potential mothers who
Yeah.
are listening to this.
Thanks all the moms.
Thanks, science, honestly, for getting over the chainsaw and letting that be for trees. And moving on where they're like, they're
Yeah.
not just like, let's cut through the pelvis. Let's
Yeah.
cut straight through the pelvis.
Yeah.
Well, back in the day, it was like, for some reason to me, what I don't understand was that was
Bring
the
in
first
ether.
idea.
We gotta, we gotta,
We got to cut straight
You're-
through the pelvis.
You're looking at a pregnant lady, and you're like in your stone castle, and you're the doctor. And instead of going, that big swollen part, we could just probably cut part of that and pull the baby out of there, and going, let's saw her in half.
Yeah, let's
saw
saw
her-
through bone.
let's saw her straight in half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and see what happens.
Let's just break her
You know,
open.
it's like you can feel the baby's foot fucking move on the belly. It's like we should probably go in from this part.
Now just cut her in half.
Well, this is where they usually come out, so let's go that way.
Yeah, let's.
Probably
let's
somebody was like,
completely
"You
wreck
guys
her
recognize-"
downstairs.
She's bleeding real bad. Give me some leeches.
Bring in the
You're fine.
chainsaw. We're about to
fine.
wreck the downstairs.
Oh, man.
What the fuck? Medicine.
Oh, man. The medieval times, dude.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
Thanks, science. And thank you, moms.
Yeah.
Like the 1940s.
Or just
but
women in
that's still
general.
medieval times when you're doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah, no shit.
Okay, guys, last week, this is a riddle thing, right? We do a riddle.
This is one of
It's
those
a
riddle
thing
things
that
we're
we
going
do
to do.
sometimes. Basically, the last week riddle, I can fill up a room without taking any space. When there's more of me, the less of me, you'll see me. What am I?
The dark.
It's the darkness. You can be dark, filling up a room. You can't see, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Felt pretty good about this one because it's real easy if you think about it. A cowboy rode into town on Friday. He stayed there for 3 days and then rode out again on Friday. How in tarnation he make that happen? Y'all. Don't look it up. If you got the answer, email us, right? Let us know what's going on here. Don't look it up. Just keep that in your mind. Maybe comment on the thing, comment on the video. You send an email. Let us know you're out there figuring out things because you're smart. Talk to your friends about it. Don't look it up. Don't be a loser, okay? Don't take the easy way
Yeah,
out.
ask your friends about it.
Yeah.
See what
Look
they
it
think
up.
about
See
it.
what they think. And email us at Hot Science Podcast.
Let us know. And you might win something.
at
You
Gmail.
could get an original Easy
com.
Cheese print. I'll give you a shout out on the podcast.
Yeah. If you email us something, we will mail you something in the actual mail.
Yeah. And say your name.
Exactly.
It could be a sticker.
We'll say your
It
name.
could be. Who
We'll
knows
shout
what it
you
is?
out.
Just
It might
email
be a-
us.
it
and
might be a
email you-
poorly
we'll
drawn
mail you
bird.
something. Yeah.
We'll Facebook that.
Yeah.
I'll tweet it. I'll
I
tweet
could
your name.
I could just draw you an ugly bird picture and send that to you.
Yeah. Just email us something.
Anything.
If you've listened to this far into this podcast, email us.
God bless you. A
Yeah.
cowboy rode into town on Friday. He took himself up a room at the local saloon for 3 days and rode out on Friday. How in tarnation did he make that happen? Slap you, mama. That was the Hot Science Podcast.
Boosh.
Again, if you've got comments, questions, or opinions you want addressed on this show, contact us by leaving a comment or emailing us at hotsciencepodcast31@gmail.com. I'm not your daddy, but I still love you.
Had a good time tonight.
It's true. It was a good one.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Who the hell are you guys?
I'm Matt Forgy.
I'm Matt Livingston.
I'm Be Red Easy Cheese, and this is the
Hot Science Podcast.
Podcast.